Yes, go ahead, Mayra. Tell me.
I I read after, and when I read some words that I don't know, and also I translate this.
Okay. Remember, Mayra, that everything you say now is in past. So you have to say that in past. When I read something that I didn't understand, because it's past, right? When I read something that I didn't understand, I translated. So,
I
cuando
have
leí
problem
o leía.
with the
No, that's not a problem. That is a normal issue. You just have to continue to learn the verbs in past and you will get better. So, Annabelle, did you see and practice the reading a little bit?
What teacher repeat again?
If you practice the reading that I assigned for today.
Ah, yes, more or less, teacher.
Okay, that's good. And the conversation as well. Let's start with the conversation. Let me open up the file here. And before we start with the conversation and then the reading, let's have the prayer. Mayra, are you able to pray? Do you think do you know the Lord's Prayer?
yes, teacher.
Good.
There is an
So go ahead.
honor. All
Hey,
right.
that's great. That's great. That's the attitude. That's the spirit.
Our
Go.
Father, heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Okay. Very good. So, Mayra, you were saying, "Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done," right?
Yes.
Okay, just to let you know, Thy Thy equals your. Oh, uh, nowadays in the present English, people don't use the word "thy" anymore. Thy can like for thine is the kingdom and so, thy kingdom come and thy will be done. Those are words that people don't use in the current English, in the present English. So that's why that I taught I showed a current version of the prayer. So if you listen when Annabelle or Rainisa do the prayer, they say, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, and your will be done," and so on, because the version of the language is different. And in the version that you said, for example, Mayra says, "Our Father who art in heaven." You say, "Our Father who art in heaven." I'm writing that in the chat. "Our Father who art in heaven," which means uh, uh, Padre nuestro o nuestro Padre que está en los cielos. But this word art is ancient English, right? Es como un inglés más antiguo. Si te fijan, ahora mismo, esa forma no se usa con el verbo to be. We don't say you art, we say you are, right? So the language changes and gets like new. That's why the version that I used for the prayer is a different version, but it is okay, right? For the purpose of the prayer,
Okay,
it is
teacher.
okay.
Ajá, lo que pasa es que cuando, o sea, yo esa oración me la aprendí hace mucho tiempo cuando comencé mi primer curso de inglés. Pero
I
¿qué
remember.
pasa? Cuando inicié aquí, usted me dijo que investigara el Padre Nuestro. Yo lo investigué, pero nunca había tenido la oportunidad de orar. Entonces yo
No problem.
escuchaba que ellas mencionaban algo diferente, pero como fue lo que yo me aprendí, en realidad, yo no sabía por qué era que mencionaban eso distinto. Entonces, gracias a Dios que me tocó hoy y entonces ya entiendo.
But yes,
Gracias por la...
that is why. Esa es la razón. Rainisa, creo que tiene muchos apuntes. Rainisa puede compartirla aquí para que la tenga. Annabelle, yes, go ahead.
Mayra, I have the prayer como la capture.
The capture. Okay.
Yeah. Entonces, I sing here, teacher. Is correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay.
So you sent her the capture. Good. So Mayra, you see, Annabelle sent you the capture of the Lord's Prayer. Okay. So that is why. Esa es la razón. La versión que tú te aprendiste y que yo recuerdo realmente, que no sé si fue en el tiempo que estuviste estudiando algunos niveles conmigo, es una versión muy antigua de la oración del Padre Nuestro. Es correcta, se usa. Como por ejemplo, en las iglesias evangélicas, en muchas de ellas, lo que usan es una versión de la Biblia que es todavía del 1960, 70 años atrás, ya, o de 70, no, 60 años atrás. Eh, y el idioma ha cambiado mucho de allá a acá, pero se sienten cómodos con esa porque es la que se acostumbraron a leer. Sin embargo, por el lenguaje que tiene, algunas veces entender lo que quiere decir la Biblia con mayor certeza a veces es un poco más complicado. Entonces, ¿por qué razón? Porque hay palabras que están en ese texto que ya no usamos. Lo más apropiado es tener algo que se asemeje a nuestro hablar, porque el idioma, o más bien el español, por ejemplo, que la gente hablaban hace 60 años, no es el mismo español que la gente hablaban hace 200 años. Por eso las versiones aún más antiguas, pues eran incluso distintas. Lo que pasa es que la gente con lo que se crece y se acostumbra, pues lo da como por ya lo final. Y hay cristianos, disculpa que me ponga en ese tema, que piensan que esa es la versión o la mejor versión o la única o la correcta, cuando en realidad el idioma va cambiando, va mejorando y asimismo, pues la forma en la que la Biblia se traduce debe también actualizarse a esa forma, no cambiando el mensaje, sino haciendo que el idioma sea entendible. Por eso existen las traducciones. You know, para eso existen las traducciones, porque el idioma original también, el que se escribió, es de muchísimos años y para hacerlo comprensible al tiempo de ahora, existen las traducciones. So, no problem, you have the new version. Now let's continue with the class. We have this little conversation. Where are the other people? Mayra, you can put your hand down. Okay. I don't know where Kathy is. Scarla. Yes, Mayra?
I was outside because the signal is very bad.
Okay, no problem. We have the recording. Ginelli is not here, but we have Labeling. Welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher. Everything okay? Thanks, and you?
I'm good, pretty good. And how was your weekend? Tell me something. What did you do on the weekend?
I'm going to house mom.
Oh, you're
Mom,
going this weekend or you went the last weekend?
excuse me?
You said that you are going to your mom's
Yeah.
house this weekend
Yes.
or you went the last weekend?
No, this weekend.
Oh, yeah, but my question is, what did you do in the last weekend? How was your weekend?
All was good.
Anything interesting? What did you
Some
do?
errands, the normal every weekend.
Yeah, so the same old grind, nothing new.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sometimes it's good to have the same thing, you know? Sometimes it's
E-
not good.
Every everyone has work in the week. The weekend is just to make errands and uh,
Yes.
clean the house, wash your hair. The same every week. Every weekend, sorry.
Well, sometimes you go out and do some, maybe go to the movies and stuff like that.
Mm, I don't do that. I don't remember the last time that I went to the movie theater.
Wow. And why that?
It's just normal for me. For me, the same every weekend.
Okay.
If
Well,
I go out to the city, it's because I have some errands that need to make there.
okay. Well, and do you go, I don't know, to the countryside or to the beach or something?
The beach now is where when I go, but the countryside, yes, because my father and my family in general live there.
Nice. I like to go to the countryside in my free time too.
Yeah.
Well, then, good. Welcome. Good to know. I see. Now we're going to share. Let me share my screen because we have a conversation to see. Let me see where the conversation is. Page 40. No, there it is. Here we go. So for the purpose of this conversation, I'm gonna pick two of you to read it. Can you see my screen? I'm not sharing. Now I am. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Mayra, can you see my screen? And Annabelle,
I can't now, teacher. I can.
you cannot. So take 1 minute to go out of the meeting and come back, and you will see the screen. And Annabelle, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, teacher.
Good. And how about Renisa? Can you see the screen? Okay, Renisa usually has the issue with the screen. But anyway, Renisa, is the conversation that you send me in the audio between two people, the renter and the agent. So the first two participants to read the conversation are going to be then Levelin and Annabelle. Um, Levelin, what person would you like to be, the renter or the agent?
Agent.
Okay, you're the agent. Annabelle, you'll be the renter. We can start the conversation whenever you want. Whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay. What is she?
She's the agent and you are the renter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good morning. Koji or Koji
Koji Oinuma.
Yeah. I have a reservation.
Certainly, sir. Just a moment. Oh, yes, we were expecting you. An air conditioner, Clio. Is that with automatic transmission or manual?
Either way.
I need to see your driver's license and a major credit card.
Here you go.
I have you returning the car on August 14th.
That's correct.
And will that be here at the airport?
Yes, at about 4 p.m. Is that okay?
That'll be fine. Here are the keys. The car's right outside.
Very good. Very good. Congratulations. You deserve a round of applause, all of you. Good job. Very good. So, now let's listen to Astrid. Well, Astrid's not here yet, but Rainisa and Mayra. Rainisa, you and Mayra are going to read the conversation. Mayra, what person would you like to be?
Whatever teacher, the first.
Pick one. So you're the renter. And Aranisa, you are the agent. Yes, that's the conversation, Ranisa. And you are the agent. So, Mayra, you start because you're the renter.
All right. Good morning, Kohi Onuma. I have a reservation.
Go, Ranisa, you're the agent. Ranisa, you're the agent. Go ahead. All
I'm
right.
totally here. Just a moment. Oh, yes. You are something new. Unconditional clear is that with automatic transmission or manual?
Either way,
I need to see your drive license and major credit card.
where you go,
I have you returning the car or the car I got 14
that's that's correct.
and will that be here on the iPod?
Yes, at about 4 o'clock. Is that okay?
That be fine. Here are the case, the card right outside.
Good. Okay, very good. And of course, you also deserve your applause. Good. Excellent. Well, just some observations. Let's start backwards. Uh, remember, for Ranisa, when a word ends in E, you don't usually pronounce the E. Cuando una palabra termina en E, regularmente no se pronuncia esa E. Y la última palabra, outside, so Ranisa said outside. Y esa E, that E is not pronounced outside. So, now, Some other pronunciation that I noticed that you can improve is this one. The agent says certainly, right? Listen to the pronunciation, certainly. And you pronounce it like that. It's like the T is like a pause in the pronunciation, right? La T es como una pausa en la pronunciación y como que no suena. Es certainly, certainly, right? Pueden pronunciar y decir certainly, certainly. Sin embargo, en realidad esa T, como regularmente pronuncian esa palabra, la T no suena, es como una pausa ligera en la palabra. Certainly, you say certainly, certainly. Let's continue. Automatic, automático, you pronounce automático, automatic. Automatic transmission or manual. Either way. Next word. Either way, right? That's the way you pronounce that expression. Either way. And everything was good over here in the pronunciation. And that'll be it about the pronunciation. Just this one in the last sentence when the client, the agent says, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Watch out that. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Acceptable. Both of those pronunciations. Okay, so, and now, well, now I want to ask you, in this conversation, who is Koji Oinuma, the agent or the renter?
The renter, teacher.
That's correct. Koji Oinuma is the renter. That's correct. And another question. When the person says, here you go, what is he doing? What is he doing when he says, here you go? What is he doing?
He's give the agent that the agent asked him.
What the agent asked him. He's giving the agent what the agent asked him.
The driver's license and a credit card.
Driver's license. Yes.
License, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I was just correcting what you said. Yo estaba simplemente corrigiendo algo en lo que dijo. Usted dijo, he is giving the agent that the agent asked him. No, he's giving the agent what the agent asked him, right?
Oh, okay.
Sería
Okay.
what the agent asked him. En medio de una oración, what es la forma en la que decimos lo que, right?
Okay, thanks, teacher.
Lo que le está, so he's giving the agent, le está dando a la gente what the agent asked him. Lo que la gente, what the agent asked him. Exactly, that's correct. He's giving the agent what the agent asked him, which is the driver's license, and the credit card. Other question, what is another form to say reservation? What is another form to say reservation? ¿De qué otra forma se puede decir? What other form I can say reservation in English? Do you remember? ¿Alguno recuerda? ¿Alguno recuerda? What is another way to say reservation? I mentioned that long ago. Mencioné eso hace un tiempo atrás. Do you remember that? Okay. Another way to say reservation in English is book. Book. Let me write it there. It's book. Book is another way to say reservation. Okay? Or booking, for example. Have you ever gone to a hotel, for example, or traveled to the United States or any other country? ¿Ustedes han viajado o reservado en algún hotel o algo?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. No,
It
no han
exists
visto el
a page. I don't remember now. It's like a book hotel. It's
Exactly.
something.
Yes. Because book, la palabra book también significa, right, reservación or booking, right? Y también book es un verbo que puede significar reservar. So, si la persona llega y dice, good morning, Koji Oinuma, I have a booking, or I have a book, diciendo yo tengo una reservación, no es que tiene un libro. Ok, be aware of that. Eso lo mencionamos hace mucho atrás, simplemente recapitular eso. No se les olvide. Ustedes han visto, por ejemplo, esto, el booking number, muchas veces en algún ticket o en alguna reservación, por ejemplo, en línea que hace una reservación, ustedes no van a ver la palabra reservación muchas veces, sino booking. Remember that. That's another way to say reservation. And let's see. Okay, now I will read this and you tell me if according to the conversation this is true or false. Okay, number one says the car rental agent knew Mr. Oinuma was coming for a car. Is that true or false?
True.
Okay, you say it's true.
The first
Annabelle?
true, teacher.
The first is true. Good. Mayra, what do you think? Is it true or false? And also Rainisa. Okay. Rainisa, I don't hear her. But okay, that's correct. It is true. How do you know it is true? How do you know? ¿Cómo lo sabe? How do you know it is true?
Because the agent said to the Mr. Oyuma, we were expecting you.
Exactly. Yes. She says, we were expecting you. That's correct. Just to let you know, this expression where it says certainly, sir, certainly is another form to say sure, right? But this is a more polite form. Certainly is like saying yes, of course, sure, but in a more polite way. So let me just write that in the chat for you so you can have it there if you want to write it down. Oh. Certainly equals of course or yes or sure. All that. Number two, Mr. Oinuma needs to show the agent his passport. Is that true or false?
False.
All right. Mayra, Annabelle, and Renisa, what do you say?
For teacher. The
False.
number 2. Yeah.
Okay. Mayra, do you agree? Renisa? Okay. I don't hear Mayra and Renisa. Mayra, are you there? I don't hear her. Number 3. The conversation is in an airport. Is that true or false?
For teacher.
False. Labelin, what do you
I
think?
think it's true.
Mayra and Renisa, what do you think? Okay. Number 3 is false because it is on an agency. They're renting a car.
Yeah.
You don't rent a car in an airport.
Yes, but in the agent said, and will be that be here at the airport. Here is like in the place that they stay in this moment. It's not?
Yes, that's correct. But the general location might be at the airport, but they are at an agency, at a car rental agency. But that's a good
Okay.
point. You have a point. That's a good point.
Okay.
Number 4, Mr. Oinuma will return the car on August 14th in the morning. Is that correct?
It's false.
Annabelle? Mayra and Renisa, what do you say?
For teacher.
Okay. I don't listen. Mayra and Annabelle and Renisa, sorry, they there. Number 5, Mr. Oinuma pays for the car rental with a credit card.
It's true.
It's true, teacher.
Correct. That's very good. So let's not waste time and let's go straight to the conversation, another conversation about the reading. Any questions about the conversation, just in case? Any questions about the conversation?
I don't
No?
have a question.
Okay. So let's go to the reading. This reading is tips on driving abroad. Tips on driving abroad. Do you remember what is abroad? I said it last week. Abroad. What's the meaning of abroad? Do you remember that? Rainisa, tell me, what's the meaning of abroad?
Extranjero.
Exactly. That's good. That means en el extranjero. Very good. I saw your message, Mayra, but your microphone is not working, apparently. What's the meaning of tips? What is the meaning of tips? Do you know?
Consejos, teacher, for example.
Yes, tips is consejos. That's right. Consejos or consejitos. Right? Es como ideas, ideas, advice. Very good. And here we have some tips on driving abroad. So I was saying to Mayra earlier that it is not a good idea to translate everything. So, lo que le decía a Mayra es que no es buena idea traducirlo todo. Mejor es traducir la palabra que no encuentro, así como ya lo estuvo haciendo. Pues yo pues leo mi texto y si dentro de la oración hay una palabra que yo no entiendo, pues yo busco esa palabra para ver si al encontrar esa palabra, pues la oración me hace sentido. Si no me hace sentido, quizás debo verificar si no hay un phrasal verb por ahí que está separado y no me estoy dando cuenta o cosas por ese estilo. Pero traducir a veces el texto completo puede venir con algunos fallos, en primer lugar, y en segundo lugar, me limita porque no uso la capacidad mía de análisis y comprensión y me voy directamente a una traducción. Well, yo puedo inferir, puedo suponer, imaginar, conforme a lo que conozco de Mayra. Yo sé que Mayra quizás no se pone a traducirlo completo. Yes, Mayra? Ok, parece que hay un delay en el audio de Mayra. So, let's go read. Vamos a leer. Vamos a ver cómo les va, cómo pronuncian. Let's see who wants to be the first. Who wants to be the first? Please raise the hand.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, yeah, I understand. So, Labelin, raise the hand. Labelin, you're gonna be first. Who wants to go after Labelin? You can raise a hand. Let's do it now. Okay, we have Annabelle after Labelin. And then Mayra or Rainisa. Who of them? Mayra and then Rainisa. So that's the way we go. Labelin, you have a question or you want to read?
I want to read.
Okay, so then you're good to go. Let me just put it a little smaller. Oh, not yet.
Is the entire text, teacher?
Yeah, this
Okay.
entire text until this here. You can start.
Okay. Tips on driving abroad. It can be difficult to drive in another country. First, driving rules and laws differ from country to country, so do road signs. And people in different countries drive on opposite sides of the road. Here are some tips on driving abroad. First, obtain an international driving permit, IDP. Most countries accept this permit. It's easy to get an IDP. Just enter international driving permit in any internet search engine, and you will get the information you need. Once you have the IDP, carry your own driver's license with you anytime you drive outside your own country. If possible, get a copy of the foreign country's rules before you begin driving in that country. An excellent source of information is a car rental company in the foreign country. Be aware, some countries have a minimum and maximum driving age. Some countries have penalties for drivers and or passengers who don't wear a seatbelt. Always block up. Many countries require you to hum your horn before going around a sharp corner or to flash your lights before passing. If the drivers in the country you are visiting drive on the opposite side of the road from your own country, it may be a good idea to practice driving in a quiet area before attempting to drive in heavy traffic. And a word about road signs. In general, the color red on an international road sign signals negative information, such as a warning of prohibition, whereas blue is positive. Simply put, both says do, red says don't.
Yeah, okay. But here is simply, not simply. Simply,
Okay.
simply, Simply put, blue
Simple.
says do,
Simple.
red says
Okay.
don't. Yeah, very good. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Nice pronunciation. You deserve an applause. Very good. Well, good job. Of course, with the practice, you improve, right? You get better with the practice, but very good job. Now, let's go to Annabelle. You're next. Go ahead.
Hi, teacher. I have a lot mistake.
No, don't say so. Continue. Go ahead.
Espérate, que tengo la cámara. Okay, give me a moment. Um, Tips on dry a board. Okay. It can be difficult to drive in another country. I cannot veo.
Okay, let me put
Okay.
it bigger. How about now?
Es que tengo la cámara volteada y espérese. Okay, así. Tips on dry a board.
Driving. Look, he's driving.
Driving, yeah. It can be difficult to drive in another country. First, driving rules and laws differ from country to country. So the road signs and the people in different countries drive on opposite side of the road. Here are some tips on driving aboard. First, obtain an international drive permit (IDP). Most countries accept in this permit. It's easy to get an IDP. Just enter International Drive Permit in any internet search engine and you will get the information you need. Once you have the IDP, carry your own drive license okay, with you anytime you drive outside your country. If possible, get a copy the foreign country's rules before you begin drive in that country. At excellent source your information a car rental company in the forget country. Okay. Some countries have a minimum and maximum drive age. Some countries have limits for gift and passengers who don't wear a steep bill. Always up. Teacher, bye.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, yeah. The capture gone out.
You mean,
Okay.
are you? You mean many countries? Aren't you here? Many countries.
Okay. Many countries require. Okay, yeah, I'm here. Many countries require you to hug your arm before going to round a sharp corner or to flash your light before passing. If the drive in the country you are visiting drive on the opposite side of the road for your own country, it might be better. Okay, it might be good idea to practice drive in the quiet or before. I don't remember this word. Okay, to drive in the heaven traffic. In the word about road signs in the general, that the color red on the international road says, so,
Signal.
okay, signal negative information. Choose us on waiting or provisional
Prohibition.
prohibition. The winds, blue is positive and
Simply.
simply put, blue says do, red says don't.
Very
That's it,
good.
teacher.
Yes,
I
very good. You also
welcome.
read very good. The thing is that you got a little nervous, didn't you? You
Mm,
were nervous, right?
no, teacher.
I feel that you were a little nervous. Well, some words that you mispronounce, not very many. You always said drive when it says driving. I don't know why.
Mm,
You always says
okay.
drive and it says driving since the beginning. Tips on driving. You see? First, driving rules, and you always says drive instead of driving. Watch that, right? Driving permit, international driving. It has ing, right? Ves que tienen ing, so you have to say driving. And let's see some words. Minimum and maximum penalties. This word here. Some countries have penalties for drivers. And let's see the other words. I will correct them later. Let's go to listen to Mayra. Mayra, try to read. I think you can do this in 3 minutes. Go ahead. Hello, Mayra.
Okay, teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Um, Tips on driving abroad. It can be difficult to drive in another country. First, driving rules and laws differ from country to country. So, do road signs and people in different countries drive on opposite side of the road. Here are some tips on driving abroad. First, obtain an international driving permit (EDP). Most
I
countries accept this permit. It is what?
you
It
said
is
EDP. It's
easy
IDP.
to get an EDP. Just IDP. You can use international driving permit in any internet search engine and you will get the information you need. Once you have the IDP, carry your own driver's license with you anytime you drive outside your own country. If possible, get a copy of the foreign countries' rules before you begin driving in that country. An excellent source of information is a car rental company in the foreign country. Be aware. Some countries have a minimum and maximum driving age. Some countries have penalty of drivers and or passengers who don't wear a seat belt. Always buckle up. Many countries require you to honk your horn before going around a sharp corner or move fast right before. If the driver that you are leaving drive on the opposite side of the route from your own country, it may be a good idea to practice driving a quiet area before you drive heavy traffic. And a word about road signs. In general, overread as next information regarding, whereas food.
Okay, Mara. I recommend you to, I don't know, sit in a place with better signal reception because apparently your signal is very bad and we hear you very choppy, right? We hear you very, very choppy, and it is because your internet reception, which you don't have a very good signal. Please, for the next class, try to find a spot with a better signal. Trata de encontrar para la próxima un punto, a spot, con una mejor señal, porque tienes una recepción aparentemente mala y no nos permite escucharte con claridad. Te escuchas cortado, te escuchas choppy. So, pero sí, algunos detallitos que podría mencionar. Recuerda, buckle up. Buckle up es cerrar el cinturón, o sea, ponerse el cinturón de seguridad. Sería eso, buckle up, cerrar el cinturón de seguridad. Aquí hay muchos verbos, aquí hay muchas palabras que quizás no entiendan, hagan como hizo Mayra, pues buscar las palabras que no entiendan. Aquí hay un ejercicio. Bien, este ejercicio es partiendo de la lectura, completar este ejercicio para ver cuál sería la señal aquí. Tenemos las señales aquí del 1 al 10. ¿Cuál señal indicaría cada una de estas instrucciones? ¿Ok? I see you on Wednesday. That is it for today, guys. I will keep in touch in the chat. I will write some instructions later. God bless you very much, and I see you on Wednesday, okay? So, bye-bye.
Thanks, teacher. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night. See you guys.